What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today I'm bringing you another knife and spike drone only gameplay on the map Ascend. This time some TDM, and this is actually a pretty old gameplay. I got it in the first 2 months of Advanced Warfare, but regardless, it is a very beast gameplay. I get a 16 kill streak in this game, and I get 30 plus kills in it, so I hope you look forward to that. But today's commentary topic in this gameplay commentary is the spike drone. Now, this is from a knifer's perspective. The spike drone from a gunner's perspective may be a little bit different, but anyways, the argument is to whether the spike drone should be considered part of a knifing class or a knifing weapon. Now, I'm going to be as fair as I can to present both sides of the argument because I'm kind of in between the two. I can understand why it's used and why knifers feel obligated to use the weapon, which I have nothing against, but I can understand the reasons why the spike drone is considered and not considered a knifing weapon. And one of my YouTube buddies, Clever Tricks, actually broke this down really well, and he did a commentary video about it a few months back, or a little while back. So I shall leave a link in the description of this video so you can check that out and you can get a better understanding of the topic, of the controversy, if you're more interested in that. But you know, some people just don't even give it time to think and consider the spike drone not as to whether it is part of knifing or not, and think that people who disagree think they're retarded or crazy, whatever. I'm gonna try to present both sides. So the first side of not considering it knife only. Well, if you look at the spike drone is fired from an arm-mounted launcher. Now, for all you knifers out there, knife launchers are not a part of knife only. Let's all come to an agreement at that. Now, obviously, with the way Advanced Warfare was designed, you can only shoot your lethals and your tactical grenades out of your exo launcher. But remember, launchers are not a part of knife only. And not only that, but the spike drone is a spiked ball, and normally launchers fire explosives, and explosives aren't part of knife only either. But with this very strange weapon that's instead a ball with spikes all over it, I can see why. You can definitely see how, with the spikes included with this weapon, can technically classify it as knife only, because spikes obviously pierce the flesh much like a knife does, much like the ballistic knives do in Black Ops 1 and 2. But if you look at the name of the weapon, spike drone, it is a drone. It has electronic elements, it has drone elements. That drones are not part of knifing either. You put the two together and you get this very odd weapon that is somewhere in between what you would originally classify as knife only and what's not. Because back in Modern Warfare 2 days and onwards, we had the throwing knife and we've had the tomahawk / combat axe. Now, my own personal thoughts on the weapon, I like to consider it as a hybrid weapon, so to speak. Something like, say, the concussion grenade or the smoke grenade, all the tactical grenades. Knifers are allowed to use it, but it's not a knife or a blade. It's not a knifing weapon, so to speak. So that's the best way I can approach my personal thoughts on the weapon. But with this whole debate between whether the spike drone should and should not be considered knife only. I think what's more important is using a better definition of terms. I think, just to be fair, with this very odd weapon that haven't had experience with before in the past, I would prefer a better definition of terms. And that's why, even myself, I like using the spike drone. Although I am a bit guilty of using it myself, because I do believe in the arguments of why it shouldn't be considered knife only. I do use it myself, and I myself don't want to deter anyone from using, any knifers from using the spike drone. And all I ask is just titling your videos more specifically, because there are a good amount of critics out there who will claim that the spike drone isn't part of knifing, and rightfully so. They do have their arguments. I mean, as far as the knifers that agree that it is pro spike drone, the argument, they don't have as many arguments. You know, sure, it has spikes which behave much like a knife would, penetrating an enemy's body, but that's about it. I mean, the only other argument is that there's no other projectile in the game. Well, the way knifing originally worked was just meleeing only. Nowadays, however, though, the knifers have become just obsessed with the projectiles. So, anyways, that's my thoughts for you guys and girls. Very odd final kill cam there, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And 34 and 6, hope to see you guys in my next video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.